everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do my weekly wrap-up. Yesterday was a little bit busy, so I didn't get a chance to film. And today is turning out to be a migraine day, but they've been bad lately, so I can't get away from them. Let me know how this is working, because I have my webcam on my laptop, but for some reason I can't access it except for audio. So we'll see how it goes. So I finished four books. I think I might have finished this one a couple of days before the last week. And 2 graphic novels. Issues of a graphic novel. So I'll go over those ones first because it's just 2 small issues. And it is Giant Days issue 2 and 3. So, 2 and 3? No, not volume, issue. Sorry. I had this already and then it just went bye-bye. There we go. So, the brightness. Turn the brightness down. There we go. Giant Days volume issue 2. And then I read issue 3. So those ones, I really like them. Esther is my favorite. She is hilarious. Issue 2 was they get a cold and they say they've never been sick, and it's hilarious. They all think they're dying. Issue 3, and it's first year at university in the UK, I believe. You don't really, sorry. Issue 3, there's something that happens that somebody posts. I'm not going to say anything more than that. But you don't really get too much of McGraw yet, but he is kind of a gentleman sort of deal. So I think I gave them both 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. And sometimes I end up reading them while I'm waiting. I pick up my son 1 day a week from school because he does papers, a weekly paper we have in the city. So he does those. So he does a lot of walking to begin with, but on those days he does a lot of walking. So I read them while I'm sitting there waiting for him. So the first book I finished was Salt and Pepper by Leslie Budowitz, and it is book 1 in the Spice Shop mystery. Apollo, sorry. You guys haven't seen him in a while, but he's my big fluffy. He wants to go in my workroom, so he's pestering me. Anyways, a Salt and Pepper, and I think I gave it a 3. Let's see, I'll pull it up here. Oops. I gave it a 3. It's alright. It's about a girl who leaves her, I don't know if she's a legal like a paralegal, but she works in a lawyer's office, and there's this big scandal. She was married to a cop and she divorced him because she caught him cheating. So she opens this spice shop, and she's never really there working. She owns it, but she's never really there working. She's always running around town investigating this murder that happens on her doorstep. The one suspect is somebody that works for her and who never really says anything. Like, they ask her, how do you know this person? If you know this person, do you have any connection? She just stays quiet. So that's pretty much what it is. I'm hoping the rest of the series gets better, but yeah, 3. Then I read The Stranger I Married by Sylvia Day. Now, I went into this knowing she's a very explicit author when it comes to sex scenes. This one is about a woman who is a widow, but she likes to have, she's a mistress. And she's got this bad reputation. And the Marquess of Grayson, but they call him Gray. He has a lot of mistresses, but he wants to get married, not to have a wife, but so they could have like the marriage, but their mistresses and whatever you call a male one, lover on the side. So they do that, they get married, and this is all like the prologue. They get married, and let's see. His mistress, who he had known, like a girl he had dated or known when they were kids, she married somebody else, but got pregnant with his child, and he's over the moon because he's going to be a dad. And then she dies in childbirth, as well as the child. And he flakes off for 4 years. And then the first chapter is him coming back. And then the relationship goes from there. I did like it. Let's see, what did I give it? I can't remember some days. I gave it a 4, yeah. I did like it. It was good. It's Sylvia Day, so you have to go in knowing that it's going to be explicit. But it was the not rekindling of the relationship, because they knew each other like for a while before. But it was just them getting to be reacquainted and rediscovering more than what they had the 4 years previous. So then I read book 20 in the Mrs. Murphy mysteries by Rita Mae Brown and Sneaky Pie Brown and Big Catnap. I gave it 3. I missed the early days of these books. They used to be nice and light and airy, and the banter between the cats used to be hilarious, and the cats used to be the ones solving the mystery and somehow get the humans, the cats and dogs, sorry, get the humans to figure it out. Now the cats and dog are barely in this, except for just a few little insults. That's pretty much all the cats and dog do, are insult each other. And Rita Mae Brown is starting to get really preachy, not religious preachy, but whatever she's trying to, at the moment, I guess, pissed off at, she writes it into the book, and she has these characters doing conversations that are not normal. Like, some conversations would happen like that, but not every single conversation between every single character is what I'm trying to say. So whatever the beef of the day is when she's writing this is what she writes into it. I know I'm not explaining it right, but she goes off, like, Harry, the main character, used to be kind of fun-loving. Like, she's still a serious character, but when she was a postmistress, she's no longer a postmistress, but when she was a postmistress, things were fun. And there are some even characters that are just gone. No explanation, no nothing, just gone. And then other main characters are just barely there. And it's all about Harry getting on, these tangents. And yeah, they're not exactly incohesive, but they're not the cozy mysteries that they used to be. So, yeah, it's upsetting. And then the final book that I read was Year One by Nora Roberts. I flew through this. It's about a pandemic that happens, and this was written in 2017, and it is so surprising on how similar it is to the pandemic that we're in right now. I think it's on the downslope. In our city, it's on the downslope. But so this is about a pandemic. It's got magical realism. It's the first in a trilogy. Chronicles of the One is a trilogy. So it's about like several different characters, and they come together. So I think of it as the movie The Testament. If I'm showing my age, but it came out, I think, in 1983, and it's about this massive pandemic that meets The Stand, that meets what was the other one I was thinking of? that just sort of left my mind, because it was 3 books that I had read, or 2 movies and a book. Wow. 1 movie and 2 books that I had read. That it was a combination of all 3. I wonder if I put it in here. Pretty sure I did. In my review. Yeah, the Testament meets The Stand meets The Walking Dead without the zombies. That's what it was. Brain fart there. So yeah, I was leaving the city, trying to find a safe place to go to. And they have bands of, they call the Raiders, and they're just people that, dark magic? Because this magic all of a sudden culminates when the pandemic hits. It starts on New Year's, right? Pretty much, I guess, as the ball drops. This thing happens. Oh no, actually, wow. It started as on New Year's though. It was New Year's. The day after Christmas. Of a hunting party in England, in Scotland. Wow. And they hunt this pheasant, and it lands on this circle of stones, and the blood comes and drops onto the circle of stones. And when they go to clean the bird, the one man cuts his finger and blood seeps in, and that's how the pandemic starts. So then he flies home, and it shows the succession, like just in a couple of sentences, of how he talks to this person and that person's infected, and they talk to those people and they're infected, and it just balloons. Then it starts as soon as he gets back to New York. This thing, like on New Year's, happens pretty much the same time, and all these people that might have had magical abilities, it's ballooned into them. Not the pandemic, but the magical abilities. And then other people who didn't even know they had magic become magical. And it's like elves, fairies, witches, seers, stuff like that. It was really good. Like, I flew through like the first 200 pages like in one night. And then I kind of paced myself a little bit after that, but it was really good. I gave it a 5. Love Nora Roberts' writing. However, I've heard that the second and third are not as good as the first one, so we shall see. So that is what I read last week. Excuse me. Currently reading, I am reading Brenda Jackson's, what is it called? I think I deleted them all. They are, let's see. It is about Storm. I think it's book 6 in the Westmoreland series, not including the novella of Corey's Mountain. But it's called Riding the Storm. No, number 5, sorry. Riding the Storm, The Westmorelands, number 5 by Brenda Jackson. I can't show a picture because I deleted it by accident. And the book, the way I'm reading it is from the library, but it's a, can't see it. It's a bundle of 6. The first 6 books, I think, of the Westmoreland, so it's kind of hard to show. But that's between Storm. I'll have a picture next time. Storm and, oh, I can't even remember her name now. Like I said, migraines. It just, let's see. Jayla. Storm and Jayla, and they've known each other for years, since they were kids. Her father he's a firefighter, and his chief, which was his mentor, is her dad, or was her dad. He had passed away. And he liked her, she liked him, but she was hands off. So they end up in New Orleans. She's at a conference, he's at a conference, and they meet in the same hotel, and things go from there. It's not bad. It's Brenda Jackson. I think the first story, Delaney's Chic, I think that, Delaney something cheek. Um, I didn't like that one as much because it was just so fast and so. But this one's getting better. So I'm also reading Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. It's hard to describe this one. It's kind of alternate universes or alternate worlds. It's family night in his house, but his former roommate in college has just won this massive award and he wants to go and see him, but it's family night and his wife says go wish him well. Just take a couple minutes and then come back. So he does that. He leaves the bar, almost gets hit by a taxi, and then he gets kidnapped. And it kind of goes from there. I would go in this not knowing anything because I'd forgotten what it was about, and I'm really enjoying it. It's wow, like, yeah. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But he does get kidnapped, and I wouldn't say tortured, but it's not nice. So I'm also going to be picking up, I think it's Raising Violet. I took by Alexandra. Can't think of her last name. And of course I deleted that one as well, I think. I have, no, I didn't. There we go. Haunting Violet by Alexandra Harvey. It's hard to see, sorry. I'll probably be picking that up because I've already got it downloaded. I'm waiting for Emerald Green to come back in because I had it and I never read it. And hubby is texting. There we go. Just one more. And then I'll be picking up Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sons. And I know it's for Pride. I can't remember what this is about. I know the whole entire booktube knows it, but so yeah, I'll be reading that one. And a small little book haul. I went to the Friends of the Library bookstore yesterday, and I haven't been in it since the pandemic started because it's been closed. The library's been open, but the store has been closed. So I'm trying to get my collection completed by Joanna Lindsay. As you know, she's my favorite author. I don't read as much of her right now. I've read a lot of her backlist when I was a kid, and in fact I got my favorite series, Lice and Terror. It is problematic, but I still love it. So I picked up Joanna Lindsay's Captive Bride and Joining from the bookstore, two that I did not have. And I did not have this one. I know it's a different author because Stieg Larsson has passed away, so it's David Lagerkrantz, The Girl in Spider's Web. I haven't read it yet. I love the first three books. So I figured I'd pick this up. It was $1. And The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Torton. Again, I haven't read this yet, but I heard it was good, and it was $2 because it's in good condition. So that is it. Like I said, let me know how this camera goes. Technology, not my friend today. So anyways, sorry. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye.